There is an incredible power that a wish gives a child.
And they talk about sharing the power of a wish.
There's great magic in seeing a wish child receive their wish, but also to see the ripple effect, to see how much this touches other people when they get involved.
I just so happened to have the TV on, and I was listening to Brian Gumbel. He was telling a story as part of his morning routine about Make-A-Wish. And it was one of those things that just takes your breath away, because it made me stop and it made me wonder, are my problems really that big? And at that point it empowered me, really. It empowered me to, back in the old days, actually write and call.
We started with Donald's, that phone call, and then we all got together. There were about 4 of us, Donald's brother Rick and myself and Wayne, and we sat around the table and we kind of just talked and we said, how can we make this happen?
The great thing was we were a great team of individuals who were after one purpose, and that purpose was Make-A-Wish of Maine. But I think the bond that held us together was a belief in the mission and a belief in the work that we were doing.
Make-A-Wish is an easy thing to work for. It brings you great happiness and joy and makes you feel, it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel good to help people. To see what it became and the amount of volunteers that came on board from all over the state of Maine and passionately served Make-A-Wish and continue to serve Make-A-Wish is beyond my wildest dreams. Doctors continue to make treatment available to these children, and wishes are what change their lives.
Make-A-Wish to me is an integral part of the therapeutic process. Part of my job to make myself a better physician is to make a connection with both the family and my patient. I am a very analytical person. I bring this up because I don't know if I understood the importance of the mind-body experience as I started medicine. In learning about that, and there's been some new recent studies that have really talked about how important the power of a positive thought and the power of that positive attitude is in terms of overall outcomes, both in survival and going through the difficult times of the chemotherapy. And it was clear that the children who were brought into the wish process early had a better outcome in terms of their psychological well-being. It's because I believe that this is a cause and a purpose that has true medical benefit. Kinsey Frey is an adorable 6-year-old who was initially diagnosed with neuroblastoma in the summer of 2015. And Kinsey has spent probably at least half of the time in the last year and a half in a hospital. Luckily, at this point in time, she's in remission. We have no evidence that the cancer is there, but unfortunately, she's had a lot of side effects associated with her chemotherapy. I know that her wish to swim with the dolphins is something that has kept her going and motivated throughout her very difficult process. But the wish has a power for me as well. When things are difficult, and I can have that 5 minutes with a family, and they can start to glow when they talk about the wish that they've either about to have or they've just had, that gives me an energy to continue, and I know it gives all my staff an energy to continue as well.
I can pretty easily identify the moment when I got it. I thought I understood, but seeing Dana's Wish come to life really took me to a new level of understanding. It became very clear that their extended family was really important to them, and they wanted to do something more close to home where they can involve everybody. What I realized is that we had given them the weekend that they're going to remember about their son forever.
Two of the sweetest wish granters, fairy godmothers we called them, made the call and came over and sat at the dining room table one night, and they were doing the whole spiel like we're all supposed to do when we're wish granters. Everything's a possibility, and he just kind of looked at them and went, "No, I don't have to think about it, I'm all set." And they said, "Great, what would you like to do, Adam?" And he said, "I want to go skiing with Shane McConkey." And I remembered the look on their faces. They turned and looked at each other and went, "Oh," and, you're not supposed to say no or anything. "Okay, we'll get right on that and we'll get back to you." Remember when they were walking out, I went, "Never heard of Shane McConkey? Who's Shane McConkey? Never heard of Shane McConkey. How are we going to do this? We've never heard about him." And they said to me, "Well, who's Shane McConkey?" And I went, "I don't know." And he goes, "Ma."
Everybody wants to feel that they're wanted and needed. Everybody wants to feel part of something. And what's more powerful than feeling good about making a difference in the life of a child with a life-threatening illness?
So I think my challenge for everybody tonight is to ask that we continue to make this chapter what it is. Whether you're a donor or whatever part of Make-A-Wish you are, let's make sure we don't miss any kids and that we continue to grant these wishes, because it makes a tremendous difference in their lives.
If you donate 5 cents, $5, or 5 minutes of your time, you're part of that family. You're part of that exponential factor that touches so many people in this state and helps us be a successful organization, and it moves you. Thank you, volunteers. Thank you, founders. Thank you, board members. Thank you, walkers. Thanks to the families for letting us into your homes and believing us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wayne and I would like to say thank you to everybody who believed in us at the beginning, rallied around us, and has made this chapter what it is today, and we look forward to many more years.